Hey, welcome back to another gadget report. Let's talk gadgets. Here's Mayunala Dreaming, my new mascot for the channel. Hi! And today we are going to talk about Qantas, of course. And unfortunately, I don't have news in regards to Yunala Dreaming. She has been retired. As you know, Qantas is no longer flying the beautiful Queen. But it's good news nonetheless for Qantas travelers and for people traveling to New Zealand. Today, I'm talking about the return of international flights from the Gold Coast to New Zealand, to Auckland. So come with me, let's talk gadgets, let's talk Qantas, and let's see what is happening there. So let's talk gadgets and let's talk Qantas. And I find very challenging to read my notes because of the plane, but I will try. So on a press release Qantas published last year in December, they announced that they will return international flights from the Gold Coast. That's great news. Our Flying Kangaroo will be operating a 3-weekly flight schedule between the Gold Coast and Auckland in New Zealand, boosting connectivity across the Tasman. That's very, very good news, I think. Adding 52,000 passengers per year to this route. So that is great. Now, the flights are expected to start on the 16th of June 2026. So we will still have to wait a few months for them to start, but it's a good start. And another important fact to add to this is that Qantas will be the only airline offering business class for this route. Of course, adding another extra layer of comfort. So this is great news. If you are a business class traveler, now you can do that. You can travel from the Gold Coast to Auckland in New Zealand in business class, because Qantas is now adding that to that route. Not only the airline will be reintroducing the international flights, but also give you that option of flying business class. Now, the new Auckland lounge, that's another good news for you and for travelers that fly business class, of course, in preparation to the business class offerings and business class travelers. Qantas opened its new international lounge in Auckland. This was on the 17th of December, so the lounge is now operating. The space is 60% larger than the previous lounge and is providing a capacity of 370 travelers across the dedicated dining, relaxing and working zones. So in total 370 people, 370 passengers. Now, something that is to add to this, to this connectivity to not only New Zealand but other nations, and this in particular to Samoa. In addition to the Gold Coast flights, Qantas is also announcing a new schedule from Sydney to Apia in Samoa with a stopover or via Auckland. So this helps travelers that want to go to New Zealand, and of course those who want to go to Samoa, because it has another route to another offering, basically. according to the airline, the schedule will operate in alternative dates to their scheduled direct flight from Brisbane to Samoa. So the Sydney route will be alternating with the Brisbane route. Qantas already offers a direct route from Brisbane to Samoa, and this will be alternating from Sydney. Obviously adding more connectivity to the Pacific nation and Auckland, since the flight has that stopover. The new schedule might be subject to changes. And the airline warned that in the press release. So watch this space. Go, and I would recommend you to have a look if you are planning to book any of these routes. Have a look at the Qantas website, because of course they would be releasing more information in regards to this. This is very good news for the Pacific, for our connectivity with other nations in the Pacific, such as Samoa and New Zealand. It is great that Qantas is now also operating international flights from Gold Coast, because it's also a boost to the Gold Coast market and to the Gold Coast airport, because the same way that we have Aussie travelers going to New Zealand or possibly Samoa, we would have New Zealanders coming to Australia as well. So it's good news. Hopefully we can have more international flights coming to the Gold Coast and having more offerings. As I said, it's always good when you have more options, when you have more offerings. This, of course, it's not competition per se, because we're talking about our flying kangaroo. And even though I love Qantas, and you know that, I wish we would have more competition, especially in our domestic market, that we don't have much competition. Qantas and Jetstar basically dominate the market. And internationally, we really needed more airlines to come, more airlines to offer competition, because that would mean a better outcome for passengers in terms of pricing, but not only pricing. When we talk about competition within airlines, it's not only the pricing that, or should I say, the passengers don't benefit from high competition, not just with the prices, but also the quality. If you have, let's say, 20 or 5, 6, 7, 10 airlines competing for the same market, offering the same routes, they are all trying to get your back. They are always trying to get you to book with them. So they all want to offer you the best. If you only have 1 or 2 airlines offering a specific route, they tend to be complacent, because there's no other options. You either fly with them or you don't fly at all. So they basically, I'm not saying in this that of course airlines are going to be complacent and they're not going to offer a good product, or in this particular case that Qantas is going to do that. But I'm just talking generically. When you don't have competition, it's more than just the price that gets affected. Also the quality and a lot of other factors, that if you have a high competition and you have more than one airline competing for your booking, chances are you're going to have a better outcome. So I hope you like this news. If you are planning going for a winter getaway, since these flights will start in June, if you are already planning your winter getaway to New Zealand, that is the time to start looking. Another option, if you are in the Gold Coast, another option, or if you are in the vicinity of the Gold Coast, of course, even northern New South Wales, etc. we have another option on the card. And of course, if you are a business traveler, just go and try that lounge. Apparently, and according to this press release, it's really good, brand new. So, and of course, if you do go and if you do try, let me know in the comment below, how was it? How was your experience? Because of course, I'm always here to hear about it. So for today, I hope you like this news from Flying Kangaroo. And I hope if you are planning your next visit to New Zealand, you really got interested in this new offering from Qantas. As I said before, if you have any suggestions of any other topic, if you know any other airline that is opening new routes in Australia or otherwise, please let me know. I'll be very happy to talk about it. Or if you have flown recently with Qantas or any other airline, tell us about your experience. This would be a very important or interesting topic for me to talk about. Let me know your experience either with Qantas or otherwise. I'm always here for that. And of course, the new lounge. If you have visited, let me know how it is. And of course, put a like in the video and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of a new gadget report, not insider, a little confused here, of a new gadget report every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. I'll see you next week and fasten your seatbelts. We're about to hit some turbulence. Bye.